guys, what up? It's me, Ted. So yeah, as I said in the previous videos, I'm going to attempt to go through the Viridian forest. I'm going to obviously be doing a lot of grinding in this one as well, purely to try and get a chance at beating Brock. I guess I'm still very worried about him. Out of really all the gym leaders in this game, he kind of poses the biggest threat, especially in a Nuzlocke challenge, purely due to the lack of, well, variety that I really have. But yeah, we'll see how we go there. Now I just want to address something here. My friend Stanley, he's uploaded his first video, and he said that I was very competitive. Well, Stanley, that's just uncalled for, and I am going to have to kick your ass in this Nuzlocke challenge, which kind of proves you right, but all the same, fuck you. So yeah, guys, I've just caught a Caterpie, which I was actually really stoked about. Like, extremely stoked. Now, I know a lot of you people are going to be thinking, what's the point in Caterpie? It's stupid, it's weak. Yes, it is. However, think of it this way. If I can evolve it before getting to Brock, I will have a Butterfree. It learns Confusion once it evolves. That Confusion could really help me out, because if I, not only is Rock-type Pokemon not exactly known to be exactly having the greatest defense against special attacks, as well as that, if I can manage to confuse it and get, yeah, if I can confuse it and then throw out Eliza, then yeah, I can really do some damage there, which would be awesome. So I guess we just need to sit back and watch. Now, as I said, a lot more grinding, so what I've done is I have sped this up. This way, you know, it's not going to be as annoying for you, but you're going to have to deal with it, I'm sorry. Now, a couple of things that I haven't really talked about, which I probably should have in my first video. Now, the rules that we have set out, I know Stanley touched on it on his video, but I actually came up with the rules at work, so I'll just give you a better idea of what they are, I guess. Obviously, the first two rules: if your Pokemon faints, it's deemed dead, you release it. If it's too attached to you, so if its happiness has gone up that much, where it won't actually allow you to release it, you must put it in the PC, and it may never be used again. Next rule, the second rule that has to be applied to another challenge to be deemed, you know, valid, is first Pokemon in each area. Now, you guys have probably gathered that by now, given the amount of Pokemon. I think I've seen some a few Pokemon, especially Mankey right now, which would actually be really good against Brock. Kind of bummed out I didn't get to catch that. But yeah, we've also added some extra rules. Now, my favourite one, no HM slaves. So for those of you that don't know what a HM slave is, I'm just going to put it this way. Think of Beautiful or Zigzagoon. No one really wants to take those Pokemon around with them. But let's face it, when they can have Cut, Rock Smash, Strength, and Surf, you kind of want them around purely for that. We're not allowing that. You cannot have a HM slave, you've got to share the HMs around, which is really going to get a bit annoying, especially Flash. I've always hated that, which is kind of why I liked, you know, Gen 3 onwards, where they kind of dulled the intensity of the dark. We can walk around without it. But yeah. Towards that, another one that I came up with, which really is just going to, I came up with it purely to piss off Stanley, is rare candies. You can, but if you choose to use the rare candy, you have to release your strongest Pokemon in your party. So it's kind of a win-lose situation when you get to go up a level, but you're most likely saying bye-bye to Pikachu, or I reckon what will ultimately be the case for everyone in the game, my Nidorina, which before I get to the Elite Four, I'll evolve into a Nidoqueen. The reason why I'll evolve it then is so it can learn all the moves said it can before evolving it, because obviously if the moons don't, it won't learn any after evolving. Shit, what else was there? And you can catch multiple of the same Pokemon, but you can only have one of that Pokemon in your party. So for instance, I lost Dennis, my Pidgey. If I were to run into another Pidgey as the first Pokemon in a new area, I am allowed to catch that, and it could be in my party. If I then caught another one in another area, that one goes into the PC. It's kind of good, especially for flying and water Pokemon, I guess, purely so we have something there that we can use surf and fly. So I think that's kind of why we did that. Now what else is there? There's actually a few rules. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm still just grinding away, as you guys can see. It's been about, what, four or so minutes of it. So guys, I'm actually just trying to find an email. I emailed the rules to myself from work. Okay. Yeah. Number one, healing items such as potions and revives can only be used either outside of battle. The only time they can be used in battle is if you're versing a gym leader or the Elite Four, in which you can use potions and revives and whatnot. Status items such as an antidote, burn heal, paralyze heal, they can all only be used after battle, except when versing gym leaders or the Elite Four. Now, when we go into the further generations with the berries, you can use them in battle, but each Pokemon may only use a berry once in the entire lifespan of the challenge. So I guess it's kind of choosing your time where you want to use it. All Pokemon must be given nicknames. I'm a very big fan of it. I do that all the time. But yeah, I guess that's kind of that's the rules that have been put forward, which means then we're going to try and abide by and see how it goes. And yeah, I'm just going to throw this out there. If you guys want to give us a like, subscribe, comment on our videos, like our videos, that'd be awesome, especially if you like mine more than Stanley's, purely so I can rub it in his face when I go up and see him in a couple of weeks. Like, you'd be helping a brother out here. And yes, I've managed to get my Wendy, which is metaphor at the moment, up to level 8, so pretty soon we're going to be looking at a Butterfree, provided it doesn't faint, and yeah, I'm going to have Confusion, which is going to be a really good attack. It's also going to move up the move pool, which I have. I've got the move, I've got the basic Tackle, Scratch, whatever, then I've also got, obviously, Pikachu's Thunder Shock, and Thunder Wave. But Confusion is one. I am a very big fan. I'm a very big fan of my Ghost and Psychic Pokemon. I believe that in many things, they are the best Pokemon you could have with you. So really, I'd have a Psychic attack in my move pool. I'm ecstatic. There's no better way for me to put it than that. So yeah, another thing. It's currently 3 a.m. in the morning. I have work in a couple hours, and I am up recording this. So I guess to an extent that shows how much I love Pokemon. But considering I'm up to this time pretty much every day playing Pokemon, to those of you that know me, who I've sent the link to, this isn't much of a surprise to you. To everyone else, this is a regular occurrence for me. And I'm probably waking up my housemates. So if you guys see this, I do apologize. So yeah, time to go and heal my Pokemon, and then I'm pretty sure it's here where I decide, no, it's not here. I thought I was going to go and take on the Viridian forest, but obviously I decided I wanted to do a bit more grinding here. And there we have it. I've got Wendy, so Butterfree's in my team. I'm ecstatic. I'm I'm pumped to take on the Pewter City Gym. So that is going to be awesome. Um, yeah, just keep on going to the Pokemon Center, and this is it. Come at me, Viridian Forest. Now, guys, I know this is a longer video than I usually do. I'm not sure how much longer it is. I may have to break it up into 2 sections. If I do apologize. That wasn't really my intention, but I think YouTube will only allow us to upload 15 minutes, and we're at the 11-minute mark. Can't check the moment. And I don't think I'm definitely not going to get through the forest in the next 4 minutes, purely because I try and get through as much battles as I can. So that little grassy patch once I leave, um, after I leave the forest, which I catched a Pokemon which I probably should have caught, come to think of it. That completely escaped my mind. Kind of devastated about that now that I think back on it, but not much I can really do. But on the plus, I've got a level 15 Nidorina at the moment, so that's going to become level 16 any time now, right now, yep. And I've now got my Nidorina, so let's face it, its power goes up drastically. It now becomes quite a powerhouse in battles, especially with double quick. I find that will be um, very helpful. Now, Stanley is messaging me, trying to give me some advice on the game, which I find really ironic because, Stanley, I know you're going to watch this, and I feel I need to point out, every time that we've had a Pokemon battle, I've won, and I do mean every single time. And another thing, I guess one thing that you'll notice later on in the game, especially once we start getting to that Gen 3, where we've got our abilities and whatnot, me and Stanley have very two different types of battling styles, I guess. He's just, I want to get in there fast and try and overpower them. Me, I try to, I'll use I'll use Tail Whip, I'll use Thunder Wave, and I'll take them down that way, so I can then overpower them a lot safer. I guess that kind of comes about because I do Nuzlocke challenges by myself quite frequently, so I've kind of got to play it a bit safer. Um, but yeah, so just going through this bit, I think I'm just gonna go over 15 minutes. Um, so just gonna say this now, just in case it does get cut out. What happens at the end of this clip is I go to the Pokemon Center, then I quickly go to the gym and defeat the trainer that's there, just so I can get a feel as to how Eliza, who I'm going to be mainly using against the gym, is going to go up against rock or ground Pokemon, and I'm not, I'm pretty pleased, but I think I'm going to have to do some more training before I go there. Okay, so we're reaching 14 minutes now. I don't think I get back within a minute. I think I get back in the next minute and a half. It's just under, so just in case it cuts out, the usual deal. You guys have seen I haven't lost any Pokemon. Peace. I love you all. Like the video, comment on the video, subscribe. It means the world to me. Okay? You might make it here. Yep, we have made it. Goodbye, guys. Thanks for watching.